Griselda Lewis in Harare. Good afternoon, Griselda. Lots of anticipation around these results that are taking place.
Well, that's right. Just as we speak, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission Chair, Justice Priscilla Chigumba, continues to read out the remainder of the results for seats in the National Assembly. And I can certainly tell you now, it does look like the country's ruling party, ZANU-PF, will take a two-thirds majority in terms of seats in Parliament. And while there might be those within ZANU-PF that are already celebrating in terms of the number of seats in Parliament, there are those within the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance that are already aggrieved. And in actual fact, starting from about 20 to 30 minutes ago, some of the aggrieved supporters of the MDC Alliance had marched here on the results centre to the gate where they were met by police who were guarding, ensuring that they do not come into the results centre, saying that they are aggrieved by the results so far and they believe that this election was not free and fair. Those are the scenes that we're seeing at this point. While there's so much more of the results that still need to come through, but by indications at this stage that ZANU-PF will be taking a two-thirds majority of seats in Parliament, the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, which has from the very beginning said that it believes that it's already won this election, its members are already aggrieved. We also heard a little bit earlier on this morning from the international observers, recall that it's been more than 15 years now that international observers were not allowed to observe the elections in this country. They had been banned, but under the presidency, the administration of President Emmerson Mnangagwa, they were allowed to come in and monitor these elections to see if they are free and fair. And we heard from several of them today, including SADC, the African Union, as well as COMERSA, most of them saying they're happy with the environment in which Zimbabwe was able to conduct its elections. For the very first time in as many years, we've been able to see the people of Zimbabwe go through these elections in an atmosphere that allowed them to do so peacefully, but raising also a number of concerns about the availability of the voters' roll not being made available on time to the opposition parties. What we heard also from the Zimbabwe Election Support Network yesterday, very much what we heard from some of the observation missions today, indicating that some of the traditional leadership, for example, had been forcing some of the people in the more rural areas to vote towards a certain political party line. And the majority, though, they have got great praise, saying this is a watershed moment for Zimbabwe in that for the very first time, they've been able to go out and cast their ballots in a manner in which, or an environment that has been conducive.
Griselda, we know that the results are not going to be finalized. Only by the weekend, the ZEC is going to tell us exactly what's happening. And there's also the presidential results that need to come out. Griselda Lewis in Harare there. We seem to have lost the sound, but we are following that story and we'll keep you updated on that. Let's come back to